Have you heard the buzz? The car market is crashing, and guess what? It's awesome news for us. Dealers are scrambling as consumers like us take the wheel. Global shift, price drops, and a twist you won't believe. So you've probably heard the buzz about the car market going haywire lately, right? Well, it's not just some random blip on the radar. Big shots like Andre J and Graham Stephan are all over this, and for good reason. You see, it's not just about prices dropping like hot potatoes, there's a whole lot more to this saga. Think about it. Dealerships have been pulling the wool over our eyes for ages, slapping on ridiculous markups like it's nobody's business. But guess what? Those days are officially behind us. Dealers are finally waking up to the reality and slashing those sky-high prices, because let's be real, none of us are made of money. But here's the kicker. Even though you might stroll past those same old price tags on the car lot, once you start chatting with the salesperson, boom, suddenly there's a sweet discount waiting for you, like $5,000 to $15,000 off. But hold on, because there's a lot more to this tale than meets the eye. This isn't just some stroke of luck, oh no. There's a whole web of factors at play here, and trust me, it's gonna shake things up even more. Let's start with prices. Now, in the past few years, the prices of cars, both old and used, have been skyrocketing, hitting record highs in 2022. What's the deal, you ask? Well, you can blame it on the global shortage of semiconductors, those tiny but mighty components essential for modern vehicles. Thanks to the pandemic throwing a wrench in the works, chip production took a hit, causing a major bottleneck for car manufacturers. And get this, a modern car needs over 3,000 chips. Crazy, right? But here's the kicker. These chips aren't just for cars. Most of them are snagged up for making our beloved gadgets like smartphones and laptops. So guess who got the short end of the stick? Yep, you guessed it. Car production had to take a back seat, leading to lower inventory and higher prices. According to Kelley Blue Book, the average new car price in October 2022 was a jaw-dropping $47,936. But wait, there's more. Some folks actually shelled out this insane amount. But hey, can we really blame them? With all that pent-up demand from lockdown savings and stimulus checks burning holes in pockets, it was like a perfect storm. Plus, throw in those low interest rates and sweet financing deals, and suddenly, paying top dollar for a set of wheels didn't seem so crazy. But hold on to your hats, cause we're not done just yet. The demand was off the charts for used cars too, offering a more budget-friendly option. In fact, according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, the used car index shot up by over 40% from December 2019 to October 2022. Now here's where things get really interesting. With all of this frenzy, some people are starting to wonder, is a market crash looming on the horizon? Let's be real, it's giving off major 2008 housing market vibes. Well, the buzz is getting louder, with YouTube finance gurus like Graham Stephan and Andre J hopping on the bandwagon, and even mainstream media picking up on the price dip. But here's where it gets interesting. All this hype isn't just fluff, it's playing mind games with buyers. Who hears about prices dropping and the market taking a nosedive and still rushes to buy without waiting for a better deal, right? This uncertainty leads to sluggish sales as consumers hold out for sweeter prices, forcing dealerships to slash their rates to reel in hesitant buyers. And that's got folks whispering about a potential market crash. But hold on, But hold on, because we're not done yet. You see, when prices plummet, it sends shockwave through the automotive world, shaking up the bottom line for both manufacturers and dealerships. It's especially tough for those grappling with hefty fixed costs and mountainous debt burdens, potentially stifling innovation and competitiveness. But here's the thing. While some industries might be sweating bullets, car manufacturers are raking in the dough. Yep, you heard that right. They're one of the most profitable players on the block. The real issue? Debt management. Just take a peek at Volkswagen. Sure, they might be a European giant, but trust me, this ain't small potatoes. They're swimming in a sea of debt, clocking in close to a whopping $200 billion. And get this, they've got over 300,000 cars gathering dust across 37 facilities in the US alone. Alright, so let's zoom in on Volkswagen for a second. Their car prices have taken a nosedive, dropping by nearly 6% in just the past year. And that's across the board, folks, from good old combustion engines to hybrids. But hold on to your seats, because we're about to shift gears in the electric vehicle realm, and it's a whole different ballgame. Why shell out for a pricey EV when you can snag a deal on a traditional combustion engine or hybrid, right? But here's where things get spicy. Tesla's leading the charge in this EV revolution. They've pulled off a slick move, slashing EV prices by a jaw-dropping 33% in the past year, because let's face it, they had to. And get this, for the first time ever, used EVs are outnumbering new ones. But hold on again, because we're not out of the woods just yet. You see, these rising interest rates are making folks cling to their trusty used cars like glue. I mean, who wouldn't? It's a no-brainer to stick with what you've got when the alternative means paying through the nose. But the dealerships are feeling the pinch too. You see, they often finance their vehicle inventory through credit, and with interest rates skyrocketing to levels not seen in 2 decades, every day without a car sale is costing them big time. Just 2 years ago, it was a mere $2 to $4 in interest per day to keep a pickup truck waiting in the wings. But fast forward to today, and that same waiting game is racking up a bill of over $12 per day. It's like playing with fire. Dealerships are hustling to move their existing inventory as fast as they can, because lingering too long in the waiting game could mean bleeding money on the very cars they aim to sell. Rewind to 2020 to 2022, and we saw some cars defying the usual depreciation principle. But on average, a car loses a whopping 11% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. Zoom out a bit, and 1 year down the road, that's 25% gone. Hit the 5-year mark, and your average car is saying bye-bye to a whopping 63% of its initial value. Pretty crazy, right? But it's not the cars that are the real issue, it's those pesky banks. Imagine a world where demand is through the roof, stocks are low, and money's flowing like water. Banks are giving out loans left, right, and center, even for a $50,000 Toyota Corolla. But here's the reality check. Many folks are drowning in loans, staring at a hefty $6,000 average shortfall when trading in their rides. Picture this, you take out a $40,000 loan and your car's now worth a measly $20,000. And to top it off, those pesky interest rates make refinancing a nightmare. So, what's the move? Well, a lot of folks are handing their keys back to the bank and letting them deal with the mess. But here's where it gets really concerning. There's a troubling trend in loan delinquencies, especially among subprime auto borrowers. According to experts, the percentage of subprime borrowers falling at least 60 days behind on their loans hit a record 6.1% in September, the highest observed since 1994. And to add fuel to the fire, banks are slamming the door on loan applications like never before. So what does this mean for the future? Brace yourselves, because the financial prophets are predicting more trouble ahead in 2024 with a peak of around 10%. It's not just your problem, it's a whole economical puzzle that needs some serious figuring out. But one thing's for sure, we can expect more supply and less demand. And let's not forget about the other big players in this game, dealerships and manufacturers. You see, about 6 months ago, dealerships were scrambling to beef up their inventory, frequently placing orders to stock up. But fast forward to now, and the bottleneck we talked about earlier is disappearing. That means manufacturers are selling cars for much lower prices at auctions. But here's where it gets interesting. Dealerships can either pass on those savings to us or keep the profits rolling in. But in this economic roller coaster, the need for more affordable rides is front and center. Smart dealerships know what to do. By keeping their profit margins the same and slashing prices, they can sell more cars. And let's be real, who wouldn't want to snag a new ride without breaking the bank? So what does this mean for you? Well, it's time to play smart in the car market. Prices are dropping, but how long will it last? If you're eyeing a ride, now's your chance to negotiate like a pro. Remember, cars depreciate, so stay grounded when faced with hefty numbers. It's a buyer's playground now, but watch out for greedy dealerships. While some pass on savings, others play hardball. Do your homework, navigate wisely, and remember, it's more than just a market collapse. Share your thoughts down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights.